What's up, chat? What's up, chatty people? What's going on?
What's going on, shady people?
Oh my god. He heard. Is Shady in the room with us? I wish. Then I'd turn the cameras off. Indeed. Chat, I know what you did. I know what happened. I see what happened. I get the dashboard. I get the notifications. I turned on the timer. I know what happened. We had like 20 minutes left. 30 minutes left. And then I fire up stream and I see we have over an hour. I won't call out who did it. But they might have outed themselves in chat. Genuinely. I was like, today's gonna be the last day. That'll be chill. That'll be chill. Because I got some stuff to do. So, you know, perhaps it'll be shorter. But no. But no. But no! But no! That's insane. Thank you for the support for offline. Offline is an insane move. Is an insane move. You can stop whenever you want. No, I can't.
Whoa! Yeah! Whoa!
I don't have a choice in the matter. You understand? Also, bingo. Also, that was a perfectly timed notif right off the bat with the shady people, so drop that off. Mark that off. Drop it marked. Break it down. We're holding each other hostage. Yeah, that's how this goes. That's streaming. You're not stuck in here with me. I'm not stuck in here with you. We're stuck in here with us. None of us want this, and yet here we are. With the timer, with streaming in general, either way, after what's it called? After today. As long as we aren't playing Secret of the Mimic, that's funny. After today, if there's still time left on the timer at the end of today's stream, then we're gonna dial back the amount we stream a little bit. Was there a notif? There sure was.
Hail battle again. I'm driving and vibing to paid in exposure because
Yo,
just yesterday.
Don't drive in super chat. Don't drive in chat. But appreciate the 10 spot. Thank you for tuning well, I'm assuming you're safely tuning in. You're probably not actually driving. It's probably a lie. Intent to chill, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Ego Sasha with the gifted, thank you. But either way, after today, streaming schedule has to get dialed back a little bit because the amount I'm streaming is starting to affect other things in my life that I need to get done. And no, I don't know what a treasure train is. I don't know what it is. Twitch informed me that we have a treasure train. Never heard of it. But either way, we're just going to vibe today. We're gonna chill. And then from there, I think, like, less streaming, you know? A little bit less. For the choo choo. Thank you for the cheers. These platforms are really just making whatever features, huh?
I swear I am just a passenger.
Joanna, you didn't need to 5-spot that, but I'm glad that that's safe. Thank you for the safety. And Banash with the 10, adding another 10 minutes. Thank you. And will we react to songs? We'll think about it. I'm new to your Twitch channel. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for tuning in. I think next stream can be song reactions. I didn't intend to do that today, and I have a hard time with going into like a stream. I have a hard time with, if I wasn't planning for something like that, then actually making it worthwhile to do. You know what I'm saying? So I like what we did last time with the leaks. We're gonna leak at the end. When I end the YouTube stream early, move it over to Twitch.
Loves your music, helps me with hard times.
Thank you, Jinx Lo-Fi Gamer. Thank you for the cheers, appreciate it. Appreciate the support.
You know what? Just because you said that, I'm gonna donate again because I love to support my favorite artists and content creators, so there.
Thank you, that's very, very kind.
Here have some leftover bits from Dang
Oh my
Man.
gosh, on too many sides. Absurd. Absurd. I was like, we have like 20 minutes left. Short little stream. JK. JK, y'all. Thank you. JK Kaizen. But either way, we're going to leak music at the end because then gets more people to, you know, be on the purple side, which we're into. And it doesn't save to the VOD, which is great because then you got to be here for the leaks. You got to be here. You know what I mean? Boah. You in cardboard? No, no cardboard whatsoever. No cardboard whatsoever. I don't have cardboard. What an odd time. Subathon will never die. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Oh yeah, I was
okay, and here
in
too, because why not, and F the haters Lamal.
Hey, true. Hey, true. Well said. Joanna Grace, thank you. Cheers. Let's do this. We have a timer. Let me just make sure the thing works. There we go.
This is a test bit alert.
Perfect. Do we keep hunting in here? Let's check the map. That's not the map. That's not the map. That's not the map. That's the map. I think 4 and first most. Yeah, I've hunted the hell out of that. Garchomp's boring. Oh, crocodiles. Crocodile's kind of cool. That one could be cool. We have everything we need from there. Oh yeah, how is the music's kind of loud in my ears, but I think that could come down a little. There we go. I do need to be able to hear the game a little better. Not anything crazy in there. I have a shiny Pyroar. Oh wait, no. Oh, wait, this area sucks, actually. I hate that area. No. Ooh, this one's interesting. What is Shiny Machamp? It has been a long, long time since... Oh yeah, he's green! Wait, I kind of like the green guy. I think this would be a cool one. This one's kind of scary, but... You know, it's all good. Oh, but then there's the Froakie we could hunt. Would that just be run up to the thing, bring it back? I don't need any. Oh, the Tynamo. Ooh. I don't love Shiny Sableye. Don't love that. Don't need you. Don't need you. Machamp might be the play. Yeah, let's do that. Chat, I made it home dangerously. Oh, there's a bench. There's benches. Oh, this is great. Oh, okay. So what do we have in sight? Do I have Abomasnow? Or do I have anything from the Snover line? I don't think I do. I don't... Oh, I do! I have a shiny Snover. Okay. Okay. You don't belong. Can you do... You can't do mass? That's fine. Area 12 is Bench City, right?
Hey, I
Whoa,
submitted
hey.
my song to the Song React form already a few days ago, but it was an early preview since the lyric video wasn't done. My lyric video is done now and the song is officially released. Is it okay if I resubmit with the official release?
You can. There's no guaranteeing that... There's no guarantees with that, but we could try. You can go for it. No harm in trying. So we have... Ooh, you could... Do I have... Do I have you? Ooh, Snowrun? Do I have Snowrun? I was blanking on his name. Do I have Snowrun? I don't think so. I don't see it. So let's... So this is a good spot. Go-Goat's there. Abomasnow's terrifying. There's the Machos, but there's no bench. Oh, maybe this will work. I think before anything, we gotta get rid of this stuff. Cool. Who's hostile? No idea. Sure. Mark Burp in your big... Did we? Genuinely did we? recall. I don't recall. We did. Okay, whoa, damn. It's crazy how I genuinely have zero recollection of that. Yeah, you start a new bingo we reset every stream. So let me mark burp as well. Cool. So I believe we have free, perfectly timed notif and burp. Oh yeah, I changed this. Just a moment. So it's clashing with the, hold on. There. Now let's just put it here. Now let's put it here. Now let's put it here. Let's put it back where it was. No, let's put it here. Yeah, we don't need to, no, we need to see that. Whatever. Whatever. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. Trying to figure out my life. Don't think I can do that. Don't think I can do that today. Go, we. So, you want to play pickleball. I forgot because it doesn't save to, oh wait, it doesn't save to VOD, so actually like doing that stuff, those bits won't work. That's a downside of that. Maybe I just need to remember. Whatever. I'm just thinking out loud. Thinking out quiet. Wait. Hello. Got him. And now sit back down. Run! Run! No, thank you. That was so quick. That was crazy. That was so fast. Dude really tried running into it. I forgot, dude. I forgot. This isn't Scarby. I forgot. I really did try to run into it. That's embarrassing. Oh, I should do the... Are there benches closer to the Machokes, though? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Yeah, just one. They do spawn, so I think we're good. Why don't you open packs with Anna? I don't have a bid for that. I can't remember why I didn't. I think I was streaming. I didn't have time for games. I was too busy playing games. No time for shiny cardboard, only time for shiny gamer. That's me, I'm the shiny gamer. What's going on, guys? Shiny Gamer here. Welcome you back to another shiny game. Today, we are playing with our feelings. Just got a notification I was gifted a sub. Hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in to stream after getting that's that.
What's going on, shady people?
Shady Penguin here. That's that viewer funded advertising. That's how it works. What's going on, shiny gamers? This game's pretty shiny. Yeah. Where can I buy this shiny game? You can check it out on ebgames.edu. To learn more, educate yourself.
Whoa! Yeah! Whoa!
I know, very, very, very exciting. Oh, I forgot, we should have chat up for this. Prepare. We'll do like there. That's chill. Yep. Oh my. Oh my. Speaking of buying, did you know we have a merch store? We literally do. That's crazy. What a great advertisement from the one and only chat. There's only one chat. There can only be one chat. The human chat. Mm-hmm. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Speaking of viewer-funded advertising, did you know we have a single chat? It's funny I said that when there's actually... You know what, never mind. There's only one chat. We are all of we. From Shadows the Hedgehogs.
Insert random FNAF the musical joke here.
Bruh. Oh, and I didn't connect. Hold on. I connected YouTube. Are you serious right now? With the Honda. What? Shout out TW-OK2MG. That's insane. What the hell? How dare you? How dare you? That is absurd. That keeping stream alive. I was like, yep, 20 minutes left on the stream. My dumbass thought. My dumbass thought. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the support. Genuinely appreciate it. That's crazy. Guess we're gonna see how many shinies we can catch in an hour and 20 minutes. Want to reach 2K subs? You specifically, not me. You don't want this stream to do it. You want to reach 2K, which I totally understand. You really thought we wouldn't? I felt like that this little Streamathon experience. Words are tough. Market. Experiments. You know, like the gum. Like the gum. This was a good experiment for a little experience. That was good. I thought it was like, yeah, you know, we got a good few days of big streams out of it. But hey, you know what? Like, because I think today I don't want to do like a 6-hour boy. I'm thinking like maybe 3 or cap. No cap. Because the other thing I want to do, and this is more just like with streaming schedule in general, because the longer streams tend to do, we're going back into like how Twitch and outreach and everything works like that. The longer streams just tend to yield more positive results. And I would rather do like 2 streams a week that are just like big boys rather than like a bunch of like little guys, you know? You know what I'm talking about? Big boy streams? Yeah. Big old streams. A couple streams a week would be nice. Yeah. Think of like 2, because we've been doing like 3 to 5, depending on the schedule. But I feel like 2, maybe even like 1 or 2 a week. You know? But make them like, you know, longer ones so that there's, because if you do like a 3 or 4 hour thing, a lot of people can't make it to that. But if you're streaming basically all day, most people will have some time to tune in. You know what I mean? So 1 or 2 a week. Chat, do I say, you know what I mean? Like a lot, not too often, but like, do I say that a lot? Ducky with the 5 gifted, thank you. Either going to never sleep for work again, or that's it. Yep. Maybe you know what I mean should be a new bingo space. That one's too easy. That one's too easy. Also, I'm thinking bingo we should change how it works. Because more and more I realize that the odds of me winning bingo versus chat are impossible. I'm thinking what we could do is people who win bingo can get added to a wheel. And then like every month we spin the wheel. And then whoever gets spun gets like VIP. Because VIP is a thing in Twitch, right? You get like a cool badge. What does Twitch VIP do? Bypass chat modes. You can chat during slow mode, post links. What's that do? Because otherwise, I'm just spending $25 on every single stream. Switching to a wheel for a VIP sounds good. Hi, by the way. Hey, thanks for tuning in to stream. We give you money so we can then cost you money. Fair, fair. It's really complicated. It's really complicated and kind of not super efficient money laundering. The money laundering is we're mostly all just giving money to Twitch. But I get to keep some of it. I get to keep half of it. So that's pretty cool. Shout out Amazon. Shout out Jeff Bezos. Very generous. What can you recommend me to buy? I'm new to the Nintendo world. I only played Nintendo Game Boy and I have Pokemon Emerald. I currently have Pokemon Arceus. Didn't really like it. Pokemon Fire Finish, Mario Kart World. Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild and then Tears of the Kingdom. Those aren't even necessarily like my favorite Zelda games. Favorite games in general, but like as far as, especially like Switch, I think it's one of those things where it's just like, it's not necessarily my favorite one, but I acknowledge on most fronts, like, it makes sense for it to be considered the best. Like, I think those are the best Zelda games. Twilight Princess is my favorite. But it's one of those things where there's like a lot of stuff wrong with it. It's like fixed, you know, just the quality of life stuff. Speaking of Zelda, speaking of Tears of the Kingdom, have a Switch 2. Oh yeah. Especially if you have a Switch 2, shit runs really, really nice. Also about the membership with the expansion pack, nice. Then you get a lot of options. You get a lot of stuff included, especially like the old stuff. So it's nice to kind of have a old game emulator in itself. Oh my god. Do you like ZA? I don't... I like it. As far as like Pokemon games go, ZA's kind of weird. I like Arceus better. But maybe you'll like ZA better? Who knows? I think it looks great. I think it's a very like pretty looking Pokemon game. No shinies? No one around? Oh, I think this is a better bench. This is a better bench. Bench City over here. Yeah, it looks really good. The problem with ZA, in my opinion, is it's a moderately like longish game for Pokemon, and the way that's accomplished is just like a lot of repetitive gameplay. At a certain point, you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, which I know we're shiny hunting. and we're actively choosing to do it. But I think for like extending the main plot, I don't love that. Like I haven't finished the Mega Dimensions DLC just because I got bored. Like the whole like figuring out donuts, min-maxing on donuts, and then just going into these dimension zones, whatever they're called, over and over again. I was just like, I don't know. Like there was a point where I was just trying to like breeze through it so I can have it done. And I put I put an amount of hours I thought was appropriate for it to be like, okay, that should be the amount of time it takes to beat the DLC, especially if I'm just like kind of rushing through it, and I still wasn't done. I was just like, man. I was like, I can't believe this is still going. So like the DLC is still not done, so I haven't seen a lot of the new Mega, not in this. I've seen them like revealed. I've seen them online. I've seen them in Champions, but I technically haven't encountered them in the game in which they originate. Yeah, there are Pokemon I really want from the DLC, but I can't be bothered to donut my way through it. Yeah. Yeah, true. Hoping Winds and Waves is good because it's the first gen I'm actually considering buying. I do too. I hope to. I played Unite a little bit. I think that's a game I like to watch more than I like to play. What do? I like how there's something screaming at me every time I get off this bench. Yeah, the bench is mad. It's the bench's fault. Even Nasha, I'm not a MOBA guy either. I never really got into them. Just like, I have friends who play League, and they just play it. No one says they enjoy it. No one says it's fun. They just talk about how upset it makes them. Scrap. The best part about League is the music in Arcane. I loved Arcane. I thought that was so cool. League and all these PvP games just get you mad. I'm tired of that. I mean, I get that competitive games are fun. Like, I do get tilted at like Overwatch and stuff when I play, but I still like can have fun with it. That's competitive. Like, that's a weird way to enjoy it. I've dialed back competitive games because I think raging at stuff is like not good for me. And when I do play competitive games, I keep it more casual. Like, literally, like, I can't set a goal to be like, oh, anything that has ranked, I'm like, I'm going to play ranked, but I'm going to treat it as casual, and I cannot think about my stat. I just can't do it, you know? It's like not good for me. But I get the enjoyability of competitive stuff. But again, League is one where it feels like it just goes to such an extreme, because like my friends talk about it, and it's just like, it doesn't seem like you have fun, like, at all. Because like Overwatch for me is like fun. It can be stressful, but it's also fun. Same with like Mario Kart. I get super tilted, but it's also like I want to like get good at it. But League is just like, yeah. You just play it and get mad. Or like, you win and you're just like, oh, thank God. If the game's not fun, I will not be playing it. That's a good rule of thumb. Oh yeah, card show was fun. Dude, so I'm doing a master set of Misty and Togepi, because, you know, Misty's OG, and I love Togepi. So I have a binder that is, this doesn't count as cardboard, by the way. I'm just talking about it. I have a binder that's going to be every Misty and Togepi card, just the art. It doesn't have to be every language. And there's one Japanese Misty that is not only like expensive, but really, really rare. It's like hard to find. And I'm trying not to just like be like, I want a master set, like whatever. Like, I don't want to have a collection goal and be like, all right, I'm just going to like buy it off eBay and then just wait for it to come in. Because then it's like, okay, now I have it. Doing it at like card shows, trying to get most of it at card shows, at least has like memories and stories attached to it. So I really like that. But thus, it makes it a lot harder to do, because you got to hope that a vendor has it. And like, you don't have time when you go to a card show to ask every single vendor if they have a specific card. But there's this card called Misty's Retreat. It's going for a lot right now. It's really, really expensive. And I was talking to one vendor. I bought a really sick Mewtwo, and I got the Mewtwo because Zoroark's on the card, and I'm also completing every card that has Zoroark, including cameos, which I hate the cameos because they're often very expensive. But I got the Mewtwo. I'm just like, oh, that's a good price for that Mewtwo. So I'm going to get the Mewtwo because it has Zoroark on it. Put it in the Zoroark binder. So I got that. And he's like, anything else you collect? Anything else you're looking for? I'm just like, you got any Misties? And he goes, I've got one, and it's really expensive. And I'm just like, no shot. Because Misty's, I think it's called Misty's Treatment. It was a Japanese exclusive promo. And not only is it expensive, but it's also like hard to find. It's a weird, there are like weird niche cards that are really, really rare. And there's just like not a lot of listings of them. it's because it's so niche, it becomes like more expensive because not a lot of people want that card. So it's one of those things where I'm just like, it's like, I don't think I'll ever find, I was like, I'll give this like a year of looking at card shows, maybe 6 months to a year before I'm just like, all right, I'm going to figure out how to get it online. Because the other thing is like, I'm trying to trade for a lot more stuff because I have a lot of cards, I have a lot of slabs, I have a lot of stuff that has value, and that's kind of the only thing it does. That's like the only purpose it serves. It's like, I don't really care about this card. I don't have attachment to the Pokemon. I just have this graded card. So I'm going to trade this for stuff I actually want rather than just like dumping money out of my bank account. So I'm just like, yeah, I collect Misty. He's like, I've only got one. I don't know if you'll want it. It's pretty expensive. I'm just like, it's not, he's like, it's Misty's treatment. I'm like, it's not the one with Misty and Lapras, is it? He's like, yeah, you know that one? I'm just like, that's like the biggest chase for my binder. I didn't think anyone at a trade show would have it. Took it out. It was great condition, which is kind of unfortunate because if it's for a binder, I usually want it to be like a little worse condition because that'll make it cheaper. And if it looks good in a binder and I'm not grading it, then like I'm good with that as long as the front looks clean. But it was really, really, really minty. It was like a really, really good condition card. And I'm just like, I was like, oh my God, you have this. He's like, yeah, I didn't know anybody tried to get me with the Ultra Instinct. Yeah, the listings are like 700 or something like that. But I showed him what I got. I'm like, here's the stuff I have for trade. Let me know like what you want. He looks at it. He picked two slabs, 2 graded cards. And he's like, this and $100 on top and I'm good. I'm just like, that's cool with me because these slabs were just gonna live in my trade box anyway if no one picked them up. So that felt like a really good deal. So I only had to spend $100 out of pocket, which also the $100 I had were cards that I sold. So nothing came out of my bank account. I was just like, this is great. Cause you know, it's the, you know, collector math. Cash isn't real money. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that deal. It was one of those things where it's like, I probably could have saved a little money if I ordered it online, but also doing it at the show and now it being in my binder and being like, I traded for this. Like value wise, I think the vendor did a little better, but also like if the vendor's like chill, I'd rather pay like a little more to a chill vendor than like save a little money going to a vendor that's like an asshole, or like, you know, buying it online, someone I don't even know. The experience for you was priceless. Well, the experience I think technically could be valued at like a $20 to $40 premium because that's how much more I paid than market. But like, that's worth it to me, you know? Because again, I didn't pay that much, you know, in like money. It was the value of the cards I traded plus the money I gave on top. So as far as like how much value was traded for the card, it was a little bit high, but for how much I feel like I actually lost for it, doesn't hit as hard. It's different being like, here's, you know, whatever it is, like $600-700. Let me Venmo that to you or card it, you know, like credit card it, rather than being like, oh, here's 2 slabs I don't really care about. And other $100 on top. So I'm really happy with it. And that is also that was going to be the most expensive and hardest card to get for the binder. And now that that's out of the way, it feels like everything else is such lower stakes. Not to where it's not fun, but I so saw it being like, this is the only card left and no one has it. So I have to close it out. He said, no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. It has to be like in game or something, you know? So to me, that was a good deal. To me, that was a good deal. I was happy with that. But yeah, I so thought it was going to be like, I'm going to complete this binder except for this one card, and I'm going to have to just like either find a beat up version because I don't want to spend that much money on it, or like get a proxy. Because there's some cards I am getting proxies for. Because there's some that's literally like, because I want to do a Zoroark master set, there was a year where the illustration contest was Zoroark, and those cards are so expensive because they're so rare because they only print like a couple hundred of each. And those go up to like, depending on like the condition and stuff, those can be anywhere from like $1,000 to like tens of thousands of dollars. And it's just like, I'm not doing that, bro. I ain't about that. I'm just gonna get copies made just for the display piece. Let's take a look, because we're at sub 1 hour. So let's see if any okay, well, that's rude. Are you? No, 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 no. Excuse me. Doesn't seem like it. Back to the bench with me. Check the water too. Oh, true. We'll get back to it. Can't believe how fast we got the snow run. Because setting up a shiny Mega Frostlass would be... What is shiny Mega Frostlass, actually? Oh, that's boring. It just has the purple bow. That's kind of boring. That's kind of boring. Have you ever gotten a fake card? Yes, I have. Fortunately, I was able to get it refunded. It was one where I was like suspicious that it was fake. But I've been scammed twice with cards. One time it was really, really, really early when I got back into collecting. I was just too trustworthy with what looked like a local listing. It was very like, I was just too trusting. And it wasn't an insane amount of money, but it was definitely like, hey, where are my cards? Where are my cards at? So never do that. Never do that unless it's a trusted source. How can you tell it's fake? You just need to like know. I don't know, once you've handled a lot of cards, you can tell. Because there's a lot of stuff like the foil pattern will be different, the texture will be different, the print quality. It's like the overall quality, you know? You can usually tell. And it was one where it's like, you wouldn't be able to tell it's fake unless you like handled it in person. Because it was just like photos, and the photos looked fine. But then once you see it in person, like you can feel the texture and see how the like light reflects. That was like, oh, this is a fake card. So I was able to get a refund on it. But fake cards, I think, are going to be a huge problem because there's a new printer. I don't know if it's called a 3D printer or like a... It does 2D prints, and it does... Because, you know, if you just print a picture of a Pokemon card on, like, cardstock, it's like... You can still tell. It just looks like a printed picture. There's a recent video of someone who got a new printer, and like tested out how convincing it is, it's pretty convincing. It is pretty convincing. I think that's going to be a huge problem. I'm curious to see, once these printers get better and cheaper and are more readily available, when inevitably people are going to start submitting them for grading just to see if they can go through. And I'll be curious. And I know people are going to do it, not like, some people are going to do it just to scam people. You know, they could like, oh, I can just print a card, get it graded, and if it goes through, sell it for money, even though it's not a real card. There's going to be people who make content out of it, which is actually really good for, you know, science. For seeing. Because, like, I'm curious to see who posts the first video of printing fake cards that are really convincing, submitting them, getting them graded, and them actually going through. Because grading companies have graded fake cards by accident. It's very, very rare, but it has happened before. But if the technology gets better and better to make them convincing, it's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. This is getting into the weeds of it, but I think what'll happen with, you know, card market and like how much graded cards are worth, because right now, people pay way more for newer graded cards, which is really weird and really dumb. Like, I don't understand that reasoning other than people having assumptions. You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, it's a new 10, not an old 10. And in my opinion, the new grading is much more harsh. So if it's a 10 that was graded recently, that's more likely a more solid 10 rather than back when I think they were just handing out 10s, you know? And I think what'll happen is there's going to be a certain point where people like don't trust graded cards anymore if it's really easy to get fake ones. So then it's going to be like, there's going to be a certain era. There's going to be like, I don't know what certification numbers are starting with now. But I think whatever this period of time is, I think 10s graded around this time. Let's say it's like, oh, I think it's like 16 or something. Certifications that start with 16, people consider the best era for grading because it was when they got really strict, but before before fake cards got really convincing. Because then at a certain point, it's going to be like, oh, it's a new grade, so I don't even know if this card's real. I don't know. I'm just yapping about whatever. I heard PSA's getting sued. I heard that too. I don't know the status of that. But I've definitely, like... My feelings of graded cards have changed a lot. Because it's not just like, oh, I'm realizing now it was stupid. I mean, yeah, it's all subjective and stuff. But with how, especially PSA is now, because of how much conflicting interest they have in the market, like, I just don't trust it anymore. So I'm switching to raw. I'm just going to offload a lot of my graded stuff because I just, like, it doesn't spark joy. You know what I mean? Also, collecting raw is way cheaper. Free stream streak. Little Cupcake. Thanks for tuning in. Do you still want to have a brick and mortar Pokemon shop? No. We were actually just talking about this yesterday with some people we met up at the card show. But we talked about this. It was like, yeah, at one point we were going to try and do that. I'm so glad we didn't. From like a pure business stress standpoint, it would have been cool to have the space because like one of the biggest goals was like, we want to set up a cool community space that feels a little more local. that people can go to and make it like really neat, because we want to do stuff like, oh, we want it to be like a card shop but also have like, you know, a stream space, stuff for events and things like that, kind of like combining all the cool stuff we want to do into our own shop. I'm so glad we didn't. I'm so glad we didn't, because retail rent is so expensive and it sucks, and the card market is just so unpredictable. And I like hate the card market right now. I like going to shows, I like dealing with local vendors and just not dealing with reselling sealed product that's still like in print. But yeah, I'm really glad we didn't, because it's also like break-ins feel like a rite of passage, you know? Like I can't name a card shop that hasn't been broken into. Could just play TCG Shop Simulator instead. True. Spittin'. No, Nate does not want to open an LGS anymore. It was a cool idea in theory. I think it would have been neat, but... Binash! With the 5 gifted, thank you. Thank your gifters, everybody. Appreciate the support. Keeping that timer alive. What are we at? We're at 1190. 1190, that's crazy. Thank you all so much for the support on this. I really appreciate it. Is it worth trying to fill a binder of 1 card for every Pokemon? It seems so hard to... So, I think that's a really fun one to do. I forget what everyone calls it. I just call it the National Dex. And I do have that in the work. I haven't, like, updated that one in a while. But yeah, I do have one where I'm working to, like, get... and it's going to be my favorite art of every single Pokemon in existence. If you just want to fill out a National Dex and you're not super picky about the art, you're just like, I just want every single one. That's pretty easy to do. Because, like, cards are kind of hard to get, but there's a lot of, like, you can buy bulk. There's a lot of cards that are, like, still, like, 25 cents and stuff like that. Quinn with the 10, bringing us back over an hour. My goodness. My goodness. That's too many. That's too many. You are cut off. You are quite cut off. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support on all this. Yeah, we're gonna have leaks later because of it. Have we banned Quinn from the bank? Can't spell bank without ban. True. About to say that's my 1 gift bunch of stream. No buts. That's just it. You're good. You're all good. Let's do it. A quick shiny run. And Quinn with the 1 more. Okay, well, don't kick my ass about it. Nope. That's not shiny, is it? Jinx with the gifted, thank you. Wait. Purple's not shiny. No, it didn't make the sound. It didn't make the noise. Right? Green is shiny. Okay, cool. Just making sure. And no one over there. All right, let's do a BRB right there. How about that? I need to empty out. So let's do that. Oh, I gotta pause the timer. I will remember. Pause. Boom. Brub. You got gifted a sub. Are you not subscribed to me?
No, I only subscribe when people gift, so thanks. I couldn't use the have day emote, so thanks for giving that back. Bye.
This is how I find out that my partner in life is not subscribed to my Twitch channel.
My sprinkler goes like this and comes back like.
I hope that you have a better year next year. Because if you don't, then 2025 will also be a year of all time. And we don't want one of the years of all time. We want the year of the time. Because if your year is not the year of all the time, then what year is even the time for? Thank you.
Kid is just making up on the spot. He's like, so there's Shadow the Hedgehog, and he's really cool, and he is made from alien DNA, and he is the ultimate life form, and but then there's a bad guy, and he's called Black Doom. And that's Doom's eye, and that's Black Doom. So he has to become really, really strong and get all of the Black Doom powers, so that he can fight Black Doom. And because there was a girl and they shot her with a gun.
Have you ever actually read the terms of service?
Every single time. There is not one thing I've ever signed up for where I don't take the hours it takes to scroll and read every single word and agree to all the terms of service. I actually think that is way more common than people realize. You watching right now, I'll bet you read every terms of service, right? Right? You're smarter than that. You are smarter than to click agree on something that you don't know what you read. You definitely don't just scroll to the bottom and click accept and just be like, it'll probably be fine. You read the terms of service, and if there's something you don't like, you say, you know what? I don't need these terms in my life. Whatever this is, I'm fine without it. For sure. Really just like want to ride this wave of emotional and mental momentum. Momental? Is that a thing? Did I just design a t-shirt? Did I just think of the phrase of the summer? Ride that momental? Vsauce. I buried 400 corpses on Mr. Beast's estate, and he has 24 hours to find them.
You are very inspiring and my favorite artist.
Before they explode. Thank you, that's a nice thing to say.
Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food about hot eat the food? Have you really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like?
Alright. Well, timer. Wee! Yo, hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to stream. Chat, I don't know when we'll do it, but when we do the Too Many Rules Nuzlocke, I'm really stoked on that. I think that might end up being our, like, this is all we do stream, just until we beat it. No, no, it's engaging and it's like there's investment in it, and I also see it being something that's gonna take a lot of attempts. What game's it gonna be? Haven't decided yet. Haven't decided yet. Right now we're just benching. This is a fun instrumental. I really like making this one. Live, laugh, nothing left to want. Dun, dun, dun. What are the chances of getting Scrap Heap? I misread that. Scrap Heap reprint on vinyl? That's a good question. I have a lot of ideas floating around about reprints for vinyl and CD. I just haven't landed on like how I actually want to do it. So we'll have to see. I do agree that there not being vinyls and CDs left for a lot of releases is kind of a bummer. Just gotta figure out a good way to do it. Was there a Scrap Heap vinyl? I don't remember. Was there a Scrap Heap vinyl? Chat? Mods? I assume there was. I mean, there might have been. That one, there's a chance there wasn't. Chat's saying there actually wasn't vinyl, so I just can't remember anything. There was not? Okay, confirmed. Will you wear vinyl? When will you wear vinyl? But speaking of merch, I'm tired of being funny. Just go there. Shout out Liquid Geodes coming in with the advertising. Let's do a quick check. Anyone? Anyone? No matches? We can just listen. We don't actually have to look at them. Don't think there is. No. No one here. No one here. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Oh, what a nice bench. Honestly, what a nice bench. Sci-fi themed record store called Vinyl Frontier. Oh my god, he's right there. It's good. We've been watching a lot more Star Trek. Well, Anna's always been a huge Star Trek fan. I was aware of it, but now I've watched, like, I feel like at this point I can say I've watched a decent amount. Watched Strange New Worlds, all caught up on that. Anna's watching the original right now, and I'm, you know, tuning in from time to time. It's one of those, like, oh hey, I have to do some work. I can do that on my laptop. So she'll put on the original, and I'll look up from time to time. I'll be like, this was weird. I know it's just like, oh, there's nothing like, but it's also just like, this is weird to watch. Watched my brain's not working today. I'm on low battery mode for sure. Can't remember. Was Sir Patrick Stewart. But the new one. Next Gen. I've watched a bit of Next Gen, but the one, yes, Picard. Thank you. God, that was the name. Watched a decent amount of Next Gen. I watched a lot of Picard. Voyager's my jam. Voyager's dope. Haven't seen a lot of Picard, but I heard it's good. It's cool. It's fun. I like it. I quite like Deep Space Nine. That's really funny because I was about to be like, Deep Space Nine was, I'm not going to say it was bad. I'm going to say I did not enjoy it. Wait, am I thinking of the right one? Sorry, I'm a Trekkie LARPer. Let's see. Yeah, nah. Deep Space Nine was not it for me. Deep Space Nine is the one. Cisco, yeah. Yeah, that one. I did not care for anybody on that show. I did not care for that one. Like, I get the new meaning, but why? I mean, okay, so, like, I don't know. To me, like, LARPer, that going around, I feel like with a lot of these, like, word trends and, you know, anything similar to that, I don't have the mental capacity to find other examples. But for this example, like, it's always been a thing. In my generation, it was a poser. Like, that's just what we called it. But like LARPer is like, it's the exact same thing. It is the exact same thing. There's no difference by definition. I feel like once it gets like a younger rebrand, then it just like cycles back and becomes a thing, and trends just spread differently now. The difference is now trends have a lot of ways to benefit from, because, you know, in my day, if a term got popular, if a meme went viral, because we had memes we spread around. Borat was a big one. People doing the Borat voice. That went around. That was a big thing. But that's as far as it went. Now, if a meme goes around, whether it's like something like LARPer or, you know, funny numbers or things like, we had funny numbers. Like, it's been a thing the whole time. The difference is now you get an onslaught of people who make content about it because there's algorithms to please and, you know, online clout and potentially financial gain. There's different things to gain. So therefore trends spread way faster and way bigger, because some people are just like, I'm just in on the joke, and I think that's fun. And I personally think that's great. But then there's people who's like, oh, a trend, I better make content. Then I'm like, okay, well, do it for the love of the shitpost, man. My unmute button didn't work. My bad. I'm no longer muted. I was talking about yeet. Yeet, to me, is an example where it just becomes like, it just becomes language at that point. It's like, it just gets embedded into vernacular. It's no longer a trend. It's just like what we say. You know? Because I'll still casually throw out like, oh, you know, just like yeet it or whatever. But like, it doesn't register like that's a meme, you know? A good meme enters the lexicon, a trend fades away. See, that's the thing, though. Because, like, there's some that stay a meme for a very, very long time. But, like, can't really... Because for it to, like, enter the lexicon, it needs to have evergreen application. So for example, yeet works for becoming part of the lexicon because it's something that can be applied to conversation that happens often. You often talk about throwing things away. If you trash something, you yeet it. 6-7 is a weird one where it is the lexicon, but the context is entirely in and of itself. Like, sure, you can take on the tone when you count those numbers, but it's just kind of something that is its own thing and is still prominently its own thing. And doesn't like just come, it does come up, sure, but also people like just say it, which is very, very odd. It is a very powerful one.
Whoa! Yeah! Whoa!
I know, it's very riveting conversation, Sonic the Hedgehog. I do the hand gesture just to annoy my sister. See, maybe this is me not wanting to be an old head, not wanting to accept going into Unk mode. But if there's like a new like trend or meme or something like that, depending on the context of it, I don't get like, ugh, this new meme. Ugh, it's so dumb. Because it's also like, you can draw whatever generation, you can draw parallels to your, like, I think doing the whole like 6-7 so dumb when we had 69 and 21. I think it's like, that's just like the new one. Yeah, that's fine, you know? Like the embarrassing Unk that embraces the memes, and you're like, well, now it's not funny anymore because you did it. "21 was a meme because of the way it was said in the video." So was 6-7. It just blew up to where the context was no longer like necessary. It just became like, no, 6-7 comes from a song. It comes from a rap song. And the way he said 6-7 in the song, it's the same thing as 21, at least from my understanding. It's from a song, and he just said it in a way that people just like, it got stuck in people's heads, and then they just kept saying 6-7. And it has an origin. Yeah, it's from a song. It just blew up so hard and so fast that the origin couldn't keep up with how fast it was. People were spreading the inside joke without explaining the origin. Oh, heard one. Literally the same thing as 21, it just a funny way it was said. Yeah, it was a funny way it was said, but it was also like the context, the origin of it kept up. You know what I mean? It kept up, like, okay, where is it? Who is it? Where'd you go? Who is shiny? Where'd you go? Ah, Bergmite. Cute. I didn't just hear 2, right? I'm pretty sure I didn't hear 2. I think that was just like, I don't love the weird double chime thing. kind of don't want to evolve it. I like Bergmite. But anyway. Yeah, the origin of 21 kept up with how fast it spread. Because also memes didn't spread nearly as fast at the time. Ooh. Yeah, all that's to say, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, 21 was a Vine. And like, to me, that was the first state. That was the first like era, if you want to call it that, of like true virality. Because like so much content could be uploaded. It could happen so fast. So many people were on this thing where they could consume a ton of content really, really fast. It's really weird that actually, like, I don't think people talk about it enough, or people don't talk about it a lot, but like, technically Vine was like kind of the first, it was the first thing that led to like overconsumption of content. But I guess at the time, like when it first started, because of like the, you know, the limitations, it was just like, what can you do in 6 seconds? So I guess maybe in a way there was less room for it to be really detrimental and damaging. Because I feel like Vine scrolling was just like, here's this one doing something funny, here's this person doing something weird, here's this person being like really goofy, here's this it was just kind of like sensationalism content, but it was like, it was just like more obnoxious than anything. But now you can like scroll and be like, oh, here's a puppy. Oh, here's, you know, AI propaganda. Oh, here's here's about how things are on fire everywhere. Oh, here's another piece of content about how, you know, there is like never-ending death and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, here's another puppy. Like, that wasn't the feed. It just laid down the groundwork for that to happen. It's like, here's the infrastructure. Now fill it with a detrimental algorithm. You know what I mean? Anyway. Oh god. That's a burp. I guess we got a repeat. Mark repeat. Do I have repeat? Come on now. I don't. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. So I banned myself from watching YouTube shorts. Yeah, I kind of don't scroll anymore, which is great. It's very helpful. Like stuff like this. Not to be like, my stream is what you should watch. But I think consumption of boring content is actually pretty helpful in these times, which is really weird. But laid back, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm gonna talk about dogs 10 seconds about later. Oh, I'm gonna, you know, talk about politics. Oh, I'm going to, you know, talk about this fun video game. Oh, I'm going to, you know, talk about the political and economic state of the world for a second. I'm just gonna be like, all right, well, That Pokemon's the same color. I'm gonna press A. Ah. That Pokemon's the same color. I'm gonna press A. Fun part of the stream is the conversation. Yeah, I think that's also the point. Just whatever yaps come to mind. Bop, bop, ba-da-da-dow. I always forget to pull up multi-stream chat in my Streamlabs. Still would love that Machamp. Love a four-armed Hulk. It's like a screen time limit, put 0. Wait. Is your time limit for scrolling specifically on shorts, or does it just block the YouTube app? Just shorts? I need to look into that then. Because I think there's like YouTube has a lot of value. I think it's the only platform that can actually provide value. Because it's the only platform for long form content, and that's when you can make valuable content. Not from a monetary standpoint, but like you can do tutorials, or you can have like video essays, you know, things like that. Something that's meant to like keep you there for a reason that you argue is better for you mentally, you know? Neutral to better. Because that is one thing, because like I have a device that just bricks apps to where like when I scan it, it's a physical thing. It's like an NFC chip, and when I scan it, it puts my phone in a mode to where like I can't go on like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and stuff like that. But I need those on my phone for like if I need to post something work related, and then I'll just like put it back into no scroll mode. But then it completely locks me out of like the YouTube app. And there's sometimes where it's just like, oh, like I want to watch something on YouTube that isn't shorts, but it's just like I'm not willing to unlock the entire app and just get sucked into the shorts algorithm. So don't look into that. That sounds like a play, honestly. But shorts are comfy and easy to wear. Oh, you're spitting. Spitting. Settings, time management, under daily, let's go to shorts feed. Settings on the app? Interesting. Hold on. Let me look into this really quick. I'm interested. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. Settings. Would you look at that? Time management. Let me take a break. Oh, shorts feed limit. Wow. Actually, genuinely, and I know it's because, you know, they have the thing that actually makes money, and they're not completely dependent on their short form content. Honestly, kind of a W. Kind of a W setting to put in there. So if I go to shorts, you reach your shorts feed limit. Yeah. That's great. Very cool. Yeah, dude. Freaking shout out Coil here. Shorts is gone. Only longs. Yeah, only YouTube pants, for sure. Also for my name, say it like Coil Crip. I don't know about that. I think you might be wrong. I think what I said might be more accurate. You might want to check that. The disrespect. Thanks for showing a really positive quality of life change for our mental health. Also, you're saying your name wrong. Sorry to let you know. Sorry. He does have the right to change the pronunciation of your name. Yeah, being in this chat, that's a terms of service. Your name, not that I will mispronounce your name, but you might find out that you've been mispronouncing your name. So, just to let you know. Gotta go for dinner. Also, you're welcome. Yeah, appreciate it though, Coil Cure. It's so funny. My bad. He's like an Egyptian god who has the power over everything and everyone because he knows their real names. Yeah, or I'm more like, I'm like Mater, to where, you know, whatever I speak, it just kind of rewrites reality to be what I want it to be. Yes, Mater from Cars. Like, banger of a video. There's a theory. Yeah, bro, pulling some U is there too. It's a really good theory. Watch it on YouTube. It's really, really good. It's basically, it's a theory that Mater from Cars is God. And it's so, like, convincing. Yes, the theory is that Mater from Cars, the Disney movie, is like the god of that universe. Well, don't look at it now. Watch it after the stream, obviously. Yup. I don't have an advertising command to make people watch stream, unfortunately. That's fair. That's fair. That is fair. We should make a command that's just like watch. Because, you know, there's commands like make sure you like the stream. Or, you know, sound off in the chat. But just one's like make sure you're watching the stream. Which people are already doing. Don't forget to keep doing what you're doing. Watch the stream and achieve these goals or something. Nailed it. Yep. S tier marketing. For sure.
Thank you for the work entertainment. Has been very boring today.
Hey, no worries. Thanks for tuning in. The breakdown over the music, the two songs going on is like way overstating. I feel like I'm in Don Quixote. Is the Discord not available to gifted subs? I want to say it is. Oh, it's not? I think it is. It's available. Okay. Okay, chat's saying disconnect, reconnect, so they're gonna be your support for that. That's why we pay the team the big bucks, because chat's in there to help you with tech support on Discord. That's why we get paid the no. Yeah, exactly. And no, this doesn't count as tech support for bingo. Not even in the slightest. It needs to be my tech problems, not yours. This is why we pay you. Feels awful. Feels horrible. What am I doing with my life? What is happening? What even is happenstance in this time, in this current moment, which has happened to be the happenstance of this current moment and right now? Can anybody tell me? Let me know in the chat. You can't let me know in the chat. Time's up. Sorry. No one knows anything. And you cannot prove me wrong if I don't believe it. Big brain. Angel Blade with the gifted. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Thank your gifters. Disconnect and reconnect work. Hell yeah, dude. W. Dubs. So it kind of seems like if that Berg might set the chime off from the bench, it kind of feels like we don't need to scan the area, right? I want to do it anyway, though, just to like change things up a little. But I feel like the distance is pretty far. And we would have heard something. Okay, well, we're dying. All right, we're dying. Stop it. Stop. Nope. Running away, running away. Okay. We just need to stay at the safety bench. The bench is the safe space. No one can touch us on the bench. Pardon me. What do you do? Ooh. Finally caught a stream again. Hell yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Bench is stable and safe. World is cruel and scary. Actually, real science facts. Oh. Bench is safe if you ignore the big snowman yelling at you every time. Yeah, but the thing is, the snowman respects the sanctity of the bench. That's the rule that it won't break. So it's like, hey, he's bench. Okay, bench. Bench is fine. I'll let it go. What a nice bench. Oh, no way. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Boom. Yeah. Haha, what a bench after screaming, crying, running. Yeah, just like, oh, what a nice bench. This is a cozy looking bench. Oh, God. We did not say the bench was not problematic. We just said it was, yeah, the not friendly architecture. That's an interesting question. Motif of faith is pretty present in your music, for example, when playing. Well, the motif in this one, it's based on a D&D character, but I guess my whole thing is taking fictional stories and applying real life feelings and lessons and meanings, what have you, to it. As far as I'll talk about this a lot, but I was raised very Christian. As I got older and started questioning things and learning about a lot of other stuff, the way I'll put it is that the specificities, right? I hate that word. The specifics over that. Oh, there's a shiny. The specifics about, like, honestly, any kind of like real organized religion and stuff, I think are attempts to try and figure out. If I had to choose a label, I'd say like agnostic. I like to believe that there's something. Let's get the shiny real quick. Where? Oh, another one. Cool. I think that I like to think there's something. I think there's a bigger thing, bigger than all of us. We don't understand, obviously. That we technically, in my opinion, don't have enough on. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think there's something more than just this. I think as far as the specifics of, you know, insert, like I said, whatever, like, organized religion thing, I think that's humans trying to, like, find that purpose, understand, like, meaning. Obviously, when religion is used as an excuse to spread hate and, you know, insert whatever. And not that I think that, like, oh, if you are of a specific religious background or belief, then you must be the like it's the whole thing of like, you know, like, oh, you're this religion, you must believe this hateful thing. It's like there can be people who consider themselves that but don't buy into the hateful part of it. I don't think any blanket really covers everybody of something, you know? I think when people use it as a reason to enable, you know, negativity, they want to, like, you know, bring about whatever, like, bigotry or, like, justify, like, killing people, harming people, bullying people, stuff like that. That's when I'm like, all right, well, fuck that. Like, fuck that shit. But I don't even consider that, like, it's like, oh, you're Christian, you must believe this. Or if someone's like that, it's like, ah, they're Christian, that's why. I'm just like, no, that specific person is using it as an excuse. The reality is they just, like, have this hatred in their heart, and it makes them feel safer to hide behind that, you know? Because, like, of all things to do it, I think one of the first turning points for, like, because there was a point where I kind of pendulum swung away from my upbringing and went pretty hard on, and again, this is stuff I, like, you know, I didn't talk too much about, but I swung pretty hard in the direction of just, like, you know, this thing that brought a lot of negativity in my life, like I now hate this thing and I think it's, like, completely terrible. I don't think that's the right way to think. It was when South Park, of all things, when they talked about Mormonism, it was just like, yeah, maybe my religion is weird. Maybe the things I believe are like you think it's odd. It's like, but in my opinion, it makes me want to be better to people. I think that's the big thing. If your religious beliefs make you want to be a better person to other people, and it does that, then I think you're doing great. I think that's great. If it's faith that makes you do it, great. If it's your own, like, research or your own philosophy, I have my own philosophies and internal, like, my core beliefs and things like that, and they revolve around, yo, DKL with the 5 gifted. Adding time, extending that. I thought we were running low. Thank you. I think, like, I have my core values, I have my beliefs and stuff like that, and they all revolve around, like, hey, let's not be, like, shitty to each other because this world's already so hard to survive in. So you can make your assumptions about where I stand on a lot of stuff regarding that. But, yeah, I don't know. I think there's something bigger. I also could believe that, like, maybe there isn't. Because I'm also kind of a fan of, like, I forget the actual term, but, like, nihilism, to where it turns into, like, positive potential. The whole, like, life is meaningless, which is great because it leaves room for you to determine your own meaning rather than there being a, like, you know, predetermined meaning behind it. You know what I mean? That's just nihilism. No, well, you can be like, you know, life is meaningless, so what's the point? So don't do anything. Because from my understanding, nihilism is just, like, the belief, but then it's like what you do with it, you know?
I'd like to cast a protection spell on you. Do you consent to that? I don't do any magic on people if they don't consent to it first.
Is that, like... What an interesting request. Maybe nihilism is nothing matters, therefore everything matters. Yeah, it's kind of, that's hard to like grasp. But yeah, it's a vibe. To me, it's more like nothing matters is in quotes. It's more on like, on a grand enough scale, nothing matters. So therefore you have the freedom to adjust the scale you operate on and find what does matter. Oh, but hey. Not the conversation I expected to have today, but it's interesting at least. Also, I think with that, we should do a BRB. I'm going to pause the timer because the bladders fill back up because I hydrate like a crazy person. So let's BRB right there. Let's get it.
Speaking of pivots.
Uh-oh. This could be anything.
Have you ever been on a Segway?
I don't know. What's a Segway?
About 300 pounds.
I don't have another inch to give. Oh, Okay. No, I stand by. I said what I said. You ever think about the fact that a plant-based diet in Pokemon still doesn't necessarily mean you're a vegetarian? Or maybe it does. Maybe the rules are different. Gummy here would be a plant-based product. What if I eat him? Just kidding. He's too important. I'd be eating my only friend. Oh, that's sad.
It's a golden
golden flower.
Yeah. Feeling
Another golden flower. It's a golden flower. It's a golden flower.
Uh-oh.
It's a flower. I am just so much puberty. I'm dropping so many balls.
Have you ever actually read the terms of service?
Every single time. There is not one thing I've ever signed up for where I don't take the hours it takes to scroll and read every single word and agree to all the terms of service. I actually think that is way more common than people realize. You watching right now, I'll bet you read the terms of service, right? For sure. Anyway. Well, a little chat, oh, I have to start the timer back up. A little philosophy talk. It's funny that that's an aspect that like I consider kind of a big part of my life, but that's just like not usually what I present in content. Some things really aren't for content. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Agreed. Agreed. Red Flare in the chat. We've got a mod on deck. All the chaos can end. Discussions like these feed my mind as opposed to doom scrolling on TikTok. Yeah. I'm not here to be like, oh, I'm a great person to have like philosophy and core value discussions with. I'm just haha funny robot bear song guy looking for cartoons that are different colors. You know, sometimes it's nice to take a break from the memes and be like, hey, what's out there, you know? And now that we did that, 6-7. It's balanced. It's all about balance. Yeah, like, dude, like, me and Anna talk about the wee-woo particles a lot. Y'all are up on the wee-woo particles. Like, this is a crazy wise thing that she said, but I'm gonna steal it for content. But she's like, the wee-woo particles, you know? Like, there's another different form of, like, energy that we haven't discovered yet. Because it's like, we haven't known about germs for that long. Before germs, it was just like, guess it's demons. Some kind of higher power just said you should die. Or get sick. And then, you know, we develop things. It's just like, oh, germs. So then our story, yeah. So the wee-woo particles are just like, dude, stuff like, I'm so fascinated by, like, you know, aura in the sense of, like, actual aura and not like, oh, this guy's cool. Stuff like chakra and things like that. How it's just like, there's weirdly a lot of stuff that historically, you know, is talking about the wee-woo particles. And now there's, like, you know, stuff like, you know, precog and what did I say? Chakra, things like that. It's the wee-woo particles. There's stuff that we just like that, and apparently there's science to where it's like they're starting to like find stuff. And it's just like, oh, there's like different energy or electricity that is like measurable with tools we just haven't ever had. Just the wee-woo particles. Like, I think, you know, with, and this is one of those things where it's like, I think this is where AI can be really useful. I think AI can exponentially expand the capabilities of what we can analyze and study and run, you know, scenarios on, or however it works. But it's going to be like, oh, yeah, there's this thing in the air that totally explains, like, this other, like, you know, stuff like that. Like, people give off, like, measurable energy, and now we have a scale on it. So it's just like, oh, yeah, you can, like, it's like, oh, yeah, you're like a 20 on the wee-woo scale. Or, like, you're like a... Oh, it's like the thing from Star Wars. I'm drawing a blank because brain can't find words today. However Mandalorians you are, right? That's the word. Nash with the 5, adding another 5 to the timer. As it was in, like, danger mode. Ooh. Hey! What do we put you in? Oh, you're kind of a moonball. Alright, well. Let's put you in a... I guess Ultra Ball's cool. Come on now. There we go. We got him. We got him. Oh my god, is that NateWantsToBattle musician extraordinaire? It's NateWantsToBattle. I don't know about the second part, but thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I saw the post. They're opening a real Freddy Fazbear's. My reaction was the meme. I'm just like, there's an entire franchise. There's like 10 video games, 2 movies, and a bunch of books explaining why you shouldn't do that. Hold on, guys, don't worry. I'll go to Jersey and take care of it. Keep an eye on news articles over the next few days. Every time I come back, you're at the bench doing something with the bench. Yeah, we're benching. We're benching it up. Oh yeah, dude, y'all want to... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Honey bunnies. Bench simulator. You want a more simulator game, so here we are. Here we are. That is weird. Why would they open that in Jersey? Why Jersey? Second biggest mall. Oh, is it to save a dead mall? Ugh, yeah, I forget. I forget that Cheap is the name of the game. Wouldn't say it's dead. Fair. Well, then why would they need it there? I can't imagine the preemptive, like, security precautions that they're gonna take with a physical location.
Burial tour of the New Jersey Freddy Fazbear Pizza when?
Yeah, exactly. Yo, I play there if they let me. That'd be crazy. I can't imagine how much they've gotta preemptively be like, all right, someone's gonna try and fuck with this really bad, you know? Meet and greet Freddy Fazbear's. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We don't even plan it, we just show up. And we would know when to show up. Because it would be communicated via Wee-Woo particles. Dude, how's... Hey, DKL with the 5. Not letting the timer die. Thank you. Another 7 minutes. What if there's a future where we figure out Wee-Woo particles, and then big tech takes it over, and then you get, like, gut feeling intuition advertising? Like, I can feel in my gut that there is a sale on this dropshipping website. That, like, actually kind of made me sick. That would be, ugh. Ugh, I hated that. Why did I think of that? Actually, fire concept for, like, a Black Mirror kind of thing. And the concept would be, because I feel like it'll end up being like the Wee-Woo particles affect people who are more open to the universe and its forces. And those would be the people who are more subject to it. So therefore, the people who are closed off and not as connected, you know, to every living being and whatever, you know, whatever existence has to offer them, are the only ones who can stop it. Because they are immune to it. Because more or less they're dumb. Not dumb, but just more stubborn. It's stubborn people. Stubborn people have to save the world. It's so funny. Phantom Wee-Woo tour. Yeah, right. Right. Oh, who we got? Is it you? Yo! What kind of green? What kind of green? You. Yeah, stay in there. Stay in there. Big green buff man shoved in the balls. Hell yeah. Yo. Neon Cat 11 with the 10 gifted, bringing us back over 10 minutes. Absurd. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. And that's going to be another leak later. Say if you're watching on YouTube. Not that there's a lot of people watching on YouTube. But if you're watching the YouTube stream, later on we're going to be moving this over fully to the purple side. So, just know that. Just know that. 10 leaks on deck. That's crazy. Actually, I'm watching on YouTube, just came to the purple to give. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Should we go to a different area to shiny hunt? Because what else can we get in here? Delibird's probably not going to happen, as cool as that would be. We got everything. Oh, let me see if I have shiny ice cream. If I have shiny ice cream, then I'll say we go somewhere else, which I'm pretty sure I do. No? Really? Oh, there it is. One shiny ice cream cone. Yeah, let's go somewhere else. Yeah, and Delibird runs away. I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Oh, isn't shiny Pikachu kind of easy to get? Because I would love shiny Mega Raichu X and Y. That's a good idea. That's like the first area, right? No. It's early, though. 5? Where does Pikachu show up? It's the one with Litleo. That one's even faster resets. This one. Wild Zone 3. Thank you. Yeah, this one. Because the Pikachu are over here. Does this reset them? Let me check really quick. This one can go real fast. Like, we'll definitely get something. I just don't know. Is there a Pikachu? Chat, is there an expert that knows if that reset will re-roll the Pikachu? Tower doesn't reach the Pikachus? Damn it. So I guess we just bench. I guess we'll just bench. Back to bench. This is the best shiny Pikachu hunt, right? Instead of some of their potential spawn points aren't there. Ooh, fly spamming. Actually, that's way faster. Because that puts us right in front. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Nope, it's got to be that. Do. Oh, this is so much faster. There's so many more rolls. The only reason we didn't do it with the last one was I don't think there was a fly point in range. Dude, yeah, you can get like 4 or 5 rerolls for one bench with flying. Let me just go in here and see really quick. Let's do a quick run. Okay, it would have been a cool point if we instantly got one, but it's all good. PP indeed. Well said. Didn't think about that. Never thought about it that way. This is another fun one to think, what do pedestrians think of this guy? Yeah. He's just like... It's like... Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm gone. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm gone. Okay, I'm back. Just like... Bro, okay? Was that a... No. He was just chilling. He's just some guy. Whoops. There we go. Well, I'd be flubbing that, man. Oh, Robin Williams, because we got some flubber. Shout out to a real goat. I need to, like, re-marathon some Robin Williams. I feel like that would put a lot of good energy into my mental state. Not that it needs it that bad, because I'm chilling. I feel like just... That sounds like a really good idea. Yeah, Flubber, what a concept for a movie. Dude, also, we just watched The Dink. That's like one of the best new movies that's just an original thing I've seen in a long time. It's Jake Johnson, who is one of my favorites. It felt like the old Adam Sandler format, but like updated and not as like insane absurdist, like believable absurdist, like goofy, funny comedy, but also like had some good feels to it and wasn't like, oh, it's just someone like screaming, doing a really like goofy voice the whole time. It's like believable good. I mean, it's wait, that is his name, right? From New Girl? Yeah, okay. Jake Johnson. Yeah. It's Apple TV, so if you don't have it, understandable. If you have Apple TV, I like that movie. It was very feel-good. It was very, very funny. It was very funny. I want to watch it again. Like, it, because it's the format of, like, let's take this kind of, like, mundane thing. Like, it's about pickleball. And that's kind of like, you know, kind of like a Happy Gilmore type thing. It's like golf, or, you know, like it's just like, here's like a weird thing that like doesn't really necessarily need a movie, but it's just executed really well. It's really funny. So go watch it. Go watch The Dink. It's really, really good. Have you seen Ted Lasso? Yes. Love Ted Lasso. Ugh. That's one of the, I can't recommend that enough. That's a show that's like, it just makes you want to be a better person. God, it makes me emotional. Bro. Catnip again with the 5 gifted. Thank you for the continued support. I appreciate you. I'm not dumb. This is re-rolling, right? It should be. Okay, just making sure. It's not that I have a reason to think it isn't. I just want to make sure I wasn't doing all this over and over again and this is actually not working. Like, this is how shiny hunting works in this game. You just reset as fast as you can. Yeah, let's speak. Yeah, they're super close, for sure. I could even check. Because if it's like right here, actually we can just do this. Put it right here. And we go to the Pikachu. Oh yeah, dude. Definitely 50. Yo. Voided Rendezvous with the 10. Big sub bomb. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, I didn't think this stream would actually last this long. Trying to think if we're going to go past 4 today. Or if that's where we'll pause the timer. 4 p.m., mind you. Yeah, Pokemon outside the wild zone too. I just specifically want the... Do I have a shiny Pikachu or a Pichu? It'd be really funny if I did. We do search. Pokemon. Yo. Pikachu. No. No, no, no. No, no. 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 Okay. Now let me search Pichu just in case. Pretty sure I don't. No. No. Okay. Alright, we're good. Yeah, dude, the random shiny spawns that just run is heartbreaking. I would spend so much if I could gift. Don't feel bad about doing that. And again, if you're gifting, if you're supporting, only do so if you're in a financially stable, reliable situation. Make sure you're taking care of your bills. Make sure you're taking care of your hobbies, your personal stuff. Take care of all your stuff. And if you got like a little something left over and you're like, I want to put this towards the timer, obviously that's appreciated, and we put it towards projects and trying to get more videos and content, like give them a little extra love. But totally fine if not. It's all good. It is all good. Boy, that was a crackly one. Gifting is my hobby? Okay, well. Damn. Who am I to say anything? I want to do a quick little run this way, just to see if we hear anything. I don't think so. I don't think so. I would gift and sub, but I'm a... Hey, look. You ain't gotta explain that. You ain't gotta explain yourself, the chat, or me, or A1. No one's expecting anyone to do it. I appreciate the sentiment, but you're all good. You're all Gucci. It is all good. Enjoy gifting, but sure does cost money. I wish. Hey, it actually like can be not free, but if you've got a Prime, that's something you don't have to pay extra for, and it still affects the timer. So you connect your Twitch to your Amazon account. Yeah, you can sub to someone on Twitch at no additional cost. Doesn't have to be me either. It could be a good streamer. It can be your favorite streamer who just isn't live right now. What did you put in this music that makes it not a drug because drugs are bad, but also sure. Hey, blame Sean Christmas for that one. Sean made the instrumental for this. Yeah, Sean. Can't spell Sean without W. Oh wow, Simul said it. Got him. Take a look. Nothing, no one. Nothing. My goodness. Anything? Anyone? Anywhere? At any given time? Nothing, huh? Nothing at all. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Oh, lot of silly. Oh, lot of silly. As I recall, Pikachu only appears in that sector. Yeah, that's the little... I mean, it's good that it's right here. But you'd think at this point. You'd think with how fast we're re-rolling. Didn't you say a shiny Pikachu would be easy? Okay, well... Technically, it hasn't even been that long. We've been doing this for what, like 10 minutes probably? 10 minutes... 10 minutes is fast for a shiny, you know? See, because this process is easy. This is actually like really stream-friendly shiny hunting, if I'm being TBH. I kind of slept on it. Because the cool thing with like shiny hunting streams is like, hey, it's something that can actively be done to accomplish a goal, but also leaves things open to be really like discussive, if that's the word, with chat. Whereas stuff that's more like active, focused shiny hunting, like I can't really see what's going on with chat as much, so. Like this is like the shiny hunting gameplay is the Subway Surfers. To keep people who need some kind of gaming on the screen, to jingle the keys. But then at the end of it, I could have a shiny Pokemon. You don't need to see what we're doing, don't worry. No, I'm very worried actually. I strongly disagree. One thing I want to do eventually, I want to re-record this song and the other instrumental I did. I think, like, I really like these compositions, and I think they deserve a better mix, because I did these myself, but I think there should be better quality versions of it. Or I'm gonna get the grounded tree. Yeah, basically. Re-recording it with like better tones and sounds, and then also having it mixed better rather than doing it myself. Granted, my mixing has gotten better since I first started, but it's still not nearly to the caliber it could be. Anything? Ooh. No shot. No shot. Come on now. Yeah. Oh, and you go right in an Ultra Ball. You are an Ultra Ball. Whoop. Let's go. I would like another, though, because I want both Mega Raichus. So we keep going. But we got it. We do have leaks later.
Congrats on your shiny rat.
Thank you. Thank you for the congrats on the rat. Yeah, if we get to in the next couple minutes, that'd be a gamer moment, I'd say. So it's good to know I have to run over there to see. Okay. Don't have to run far though, at least. Shiny rat needs a shiny friend. Very true. Out there. Let's watch it. Ten seconds. It's been real. There we go. There we go. It has hit 0. That is it. The Streamathon is done. The timer is up. We got shiny Pokemon. Hey, thank you all for the support on that, for real. 22 leaks on deck. That's crazy. It has been an honor indeed. An honor indeed. So let me give a quick rundown as to what it means, because there's got to be some kind of consequence. It would feel weird if the timer ran out. I was like, all right, anyway, let's just carry on. But like I said, all of this is going to go towards projects. One thing we're doing a lot right now is paying editors to edit videos for the More channel if you are watching on YouTube. So we did like a there's a Tomodachi video that just went up, and we've got a few more in the works of VODs that make for cool videos. Those will be going up over the next few weeks just to see how that does. We're trying a few things, so we are putting the funds from all this into other projects and things like that. But we're at over 1,200 Twitch subs. That's amazing. That is extremely generous. Yeah. Consequences, we explode. Exactly. Can't believe we don't exist. But because of that, I think with that, the thing that makes sense is to take a little break from streaming. Probably a couple weeks off, because also like I have a lot of catch up to do, and the plan was like I'm gonna do the Streamathon. I'm gonna stream a lot as frequently as I can. Not quite the 10-hour streams, you know, like we said, but you know, so. There's a lot of stuff I want to catch up on, and doing a lot of streaming makes those things fall behind. So that's going to be that. And then putting these towards more videos, things like that, etc., etc. But I appreciate y'all. Again, thank you so much for everybody who supported. Too much generosity. Honestly, too much generosity. So with that, if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to leak some new music, but we're only doing it on Twitch because we don't want the leaks to save to the VOD. So if you're watching on YouTube and you feel like continuing the watch, we're going to wrap it up on Twitch. So YouTube, move on over there. We'll see you there on Twitch. We're still streaming on Twitch.